Welcome to Yelling into the Void, everyone. This is Devin
and Eileen.
We have
everybody.
We have everyone here today. So let's go around. We got Frankie over here in blue. We got Gabby in gray and black. We got Erica in red over here, and we got our main man Andy.
Black attack.
Black
Shooting
attack.
people out of a helicopter.
So we had a couple topics we wanted to touch base on today. And I'm glad that you're here too, Andy, to touch base on this so we can get your opinion.
Okay, so Frankie got this ahead of time, and he just told me that he got a list of topics. And now I'm like, it's like a magical mystery for me and him because we've been running around all morning.
So I'm
excited to know.
I'm gonna read them off to you, and then we'll go from there. So the first one is homelessness and taking immigrants into this country.
Oh God, that's gonna make me so angry.
All right. We're gonna go how school has a lot to say about your children and how they dictate your needs.
Didn't we cover that?
No, we didn't. We only talked about the flyer that came
the flyer
home.
And like who should be teaching what.
Yup.
Okay.
Gentle parenting and views on it. We have compression pants and man buns and skinny jeans.
What?
Yup.
Dude, I read this and I was like,
We have gardening advice.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Epifail.
with my stepmom.
We have gardening advice, canning and pickling, and we are, Devin and Gabby over here are looking for a kitchen to rent. If you know anything, please reach out to us.
Just to do pickles.
Just to do pickles and some jams.
My bad.
So then we also have books that we are reading and to be read, fishing, therapy, complex family issues.
Oh, goodness.
And outdoor and survival.
It's a lot of topics, and the last one, me and Andy will definitely be alright with, too.
I know the first two, yeah.
Devin and I will be good.
Oh, I know. You're up there to survive.
It's doing her thing.
Look at my pile of sticks that nobody knows what I'm going to do with until it's done.
I know. What were you going to do?
So I'm going to make that.
TP?
It's kind of like
we're making everything.
So the TP wood is over there, and the guy moved the 3 pieces down back. So all I have to do is get the 3 shorter pieces in, and I can tie it all together. We're going to make a giant teepee for the kids. We're going to take some of the logs that the guy logged, and we're going to make like an obstacle course type thing.
Yeah, we're doing fucking...
It's going to be awesome. Put it that way.
American Ninja Warrior in the backyard.
My goal is for my
fly
kids to
around
not
with
want to leave their
saucer
property
hanging from
and
a
just
tree.
have their friends come here, so I don't have to deal with other parents.
Right?
If they want to come and hang out with their kids, cool. But, like, I hate going into new social situations like that with my children.
So, let's kick this thing off.
Okay.
Homelessness and taking immigrants into this country. How do you feel about it?
I'm angry.
Yeah?
I feel like there was a due process in order for them to get here, and that due process shouldn't be ignored. I also feel like because they're coming here, everything for us is going up because we're ultimately paying for them to be here. And then I also feel like you will see, not only are we in a housing shortage now, but I'm sorry, when it comes down to an immigrant family paying cash or a family that's just going to move in and not pay anything, like, you're going to run out of properties and rentals. It's all going to be rented to immigrant families. Like, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is a bad thing because you don't know when they're going to leave or when they're going to get hauled away or whatever's going to happen.
The Jays are in the tunnels.
And then everybody's going to be getting together. They're not like us culturally. They live with their grandparents and their parents. Everybody's going to get together and they're going to buy up all the properties and you're not going to have a place to go. Homelessness is going to fucking skyrocket and the cost of everything is just going to go crazy.
Not only that, I mean, they do jobs we definitely don't want to do sometimes.
Oh, I'm totally, like, good with
also,
that. Like, you work harder than everybody else, you deserve a chance at that job.
But the due process is in place, and it takes up a lot of jobs, and that's why the due process is in place. So that you have
but
to
when
earn
I
your
was in
citizenship.
Colorado this past winter, all these immigrants that they had taken in were all out there with soap bottles and squeegees.
And that is what I'm saying. They're hustling a hell of a lot harder than we are, and I'll give them the hustle.
But the fact of the matter is why aren't they, if they're that diligent,
Why are we supporting them while they're here?
Yeah,
while they're here?
why are we supporting them, for X amount of time?
Yeah, because we're paying taxes on the money that we're making. They're just pocketing dollars.
They're sending
Exactly.
it back home and making all their money.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Fucking
unfortunately, I feel some type of way about that when they can easily get a job on the books because they are given a social security number when they come into this country.
Ooh, you know what the other issue is? I was watching one of the news videos. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to say it.
Yep.
They can't legally get car insurance.
Yes.
So if they go and they buy a car for cash and they crash into you and they fucking kill you or your loved one or destroy your property, you'll never see any sort of repayment. You'll never see any sort of settlement. You'll never see any sort of anybody getting taken care of the way that it would if both parties had insurance.
Like it's supposed to be.
So it's kind of like fucking up that system too. It fucks up a lot of systems when you have a flood of people that aren't in
Not
the
even
system.
That's why we hired Biden, right? Because now look at what we got ourselves into.
Yeah, well, not even that. It's all the gates
I
that
almost
it's
went to
opened up
pass
to
that to
like
you.
criminal
What do
activity
you
coming
gotta
into
say?
this country because we just have no
There's
regulation
gonna be
of people coming through.
So there's going to be criminal activity no matter what element. We have criminal activity in our society. When it comes down to like cartels and shit like that coming in, like I'm sorry, I don't see an expansion of drugs going on. I don't see any more
No, the
kidnappings
cartels are
in our
getting pissed
area.
because they keep pumping fentanyl and everything. So now the cartels are threatening all the other people and saying, hey, listen, you take our shit, we'll sell it to you. If you put fucking fentanyl in it and kill these people and you fuck up our business, we're going to fuck you up.
Well, that's how it should be.
And that's the way it is right now because cartels are done with that.
Yeah, because you're killing customers.
You're killing customers, you're taking money away from them. And you know the funny thing is, the cartels are kind of like, yeah, they're not the nicest people, let's be honest, you know. But at the same time, they kind of regulate things better than the government does in Mexico. Let's be honest. So it's been like that for years. It's never going to fucking change. They're not going to let anybody change their minds. So, I'm good. It's just, with the cartels and all that, they're really not bringing, the cartel doesn't want to be in the United States. The cartel just wants to get the product into the United States. So that's why you see a lot of what you see coming in. You see all these crazy tunnels and all that crazy shit that goes underneath the fucking earth from fucking United States to Mexico, and there you go. There's some guy on like a cart like Indiana Jones going down with like 90 kilos of fucking cocaine. They're like, oh, we hired that guy. He's not even in the cartel, but we'd almost kill him if we didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
So,
But to get back to what Gabby was saying, like the rates of crime in the city and everything being videoed and publicized, I feel like you could find the same amount of crime if you were to go to Poughkeepsie.
fuck yeah.
Well,
What were you saying?
so the problem is more of illegal versus legal immigration. So if somebody's documented and vetted, we know this
Oh,
person
yeah.
doesn't have ill will or bad intentions coming across this border. Not that you fully know that they're not going to go commit crimes, but now if you have an illegal, right, they get arrested, they get a court appearance, and they're not even using a real name or social security number.
And I
They
even
don't even
mean
show
it more
back
in the
up.
So they don't
aspect
show
of
back
like
up.
now we know who this person is. If they have a track record, we know. But if they're coming in across the border, we don't know who this person is.
That, and if you look at these people coming across the border illegally, it's not just people from Central and South America. You see a lot of
Yeah.
Africans, Middle Easterners, and some of these people are literally terrorists.
Yeah, they're just here to fuck
It's
shit up.
fucking crazy to think about.
Like my sister-in-law, she's from Colombia. She's a wonderful woman, but she did her due diligence and she went through the process with her son. And
I don't feel like it's fair to the people that did the right thing and came in the right way and got themselves taken care of.
Well, not only that, but Mexico itself puts their own rules on their citizens, and they give them a hard time themselves applying for citizenship here, too, because the country doesn't want them to leave.
Yeah, because they know that they'll just continue to lose people.
It costs $3,500 per person paid to the Mexican government to even apply for citizenship into the United States.
you know,
And that's if Mexico runs your background and deems that you can.
Excuse me. I'm listening.
You are listening.
Wait, you're taking the one mic that we need.
No, you have one right there.
I have to stay. Oh, never mind.
No, we have two mics.
Alright, that.
Continue, Dad.
Yeah, and that's why they pay these people to bring them across the borders because
Well, I mean, the other thing
Because
is
it's also cheaper to them. I could pay $1,000 and get smuggled into the country versus going the legal route and waiting 2-3 years and
paying like $1,500 or $15,000. Because I know my brother said it was like $10,000 for her and her son's test to get into the country.
I was telling Eileen about this when I worked at a Chinese food place that I will not name.
Because we are not sponsored.
Yeah,
By
exactly.
anything?
Nothing. Sponsor us, Manscaped or something. I don't know. Anyway, so every Friday night, I would be delivering Chinese food. All I did was drive around, smoke weed, deliver Chinese food, make good money. It was pretty cool. But the problem was every Friday night, there was like a shift change in the kitchen. So I'd have to pack my entire car with Chinese people, bring them into town, and then I would exchange those Chinese people for other Chinese people. Don't even know any of their names. They're just getting in and out of my car. But then dropping them back off at the restaurant and going, what the fuck's going on? And they're all coming out of Chinatown. They do like a switch rotation. They work at a bunch of different restaurants, and it's like, it's insane.
So there's another good point when you're talking about illegal immigration and allowing it to happen. You're also allowing a lot of human trafficking because it's not being regulated. Because bleeding hearts say, well, we got to let these people in, let them stream across the border, and now you have them smuggling people around, possibly not against their will.
Smuggling people around, which I did not like.
Only that,
I was
but
like, yo,
did you
what?
also know that if you are underage and you apply as a child to come into the citizen into our country, we have to take them? That is part of one of our policies, that we take their children. Any child that's willing to come into the country will be taken, and they put them in places.
And it's just...
Yeah, but I mean, what good does that do for a child?
Doesn't do nothing.
It doesn't, but
If the idea is to give them a better life,
I understand the better
now you're
life
sending them to
aspect,
another country.
But now this is the fact. The fact of the matter is what have these children seen that isn't going to be addressed, and what is that going to grow and fester into as they mature? You know, because who fucking knows?
Yeah, like you're right out the gate guaranteeing them a not a normal upbringing.
Yeah, let alone like the foster care system in the United States that they're going to go through if they get into that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is they don't understand the culture. I mean, I guess it's not so bad to do it young because you'll grow up in it and maybe learn better than people who come here already as adults, but
if you're like 14 years old looking for refuge, you know what I mean? That's a horrible age to enter the system, or, you know, any child to enter the system.
Sure.
Keep threatening him.
Good time.
Wait, what happened?
She's threatening you.
She said, do you want it?
Yeah, it's threatening you.
It's fine. She can threaten me all she wants. I'm alright with it.
Fix it.
Didn't say nothing. Didn't complain.
Watch your bag, Dad. It's about to happen.
This is a pretty cool outside podcast, by the way.
Yeah?
I like this.
You're feeling it?
I'm feeling it. It's springtime. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
That's how it goes.
Alright, and we covered
Here you
everybody? How do you feel?
I'm gonna fall this chair.
I don't really have much of an opinion.
Gotcha.
I'm situational on it, I guess.
Yeah,
Like, I agree with a lot of the points.
Thank you.
Alright, so we can move on from that one.
Yeah. Everybody good? Anybody have any further comments, remarks?
Oh, okay, so
Nah, I can go all
Frankie
day on
called
that.
me out today and saying that I
Here we
keep
fucking
asking
go.
him
You already
for
said
a
this was
fucking
gonna happen.
joke. So give me a joke, Frankie. What do you got today?
Did I hit you with this one already or not?
No.
How'd the Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant? He forgot to wrap his Whopper.
Right behind the door. Yeah, go that
Boom,
way.
boom.
Weak stick mic.
If you need help, I come help you.
No, I didn't even bother writing a joke because I knew you were gonna make fun of me for it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait
Why wouldn't you write a joke?
because you're gonna counter joke me. But I do crowd.
actually don't have
I do
one.
crowd
You're
work.
gonna counter joke me.
You're gonna counter joke me, dude. So what are you gonna do? You gonna crowd work me or you're not? 'Cause I can crowd work all day.
Oh,
Stop, be careful.
Oh
what
my
was
God.
the one my dad said the other day?
About throwing the dart to the map.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have one.
Oh, you have like. All right, here we go.
I
That was a
have
good
one.
one.
So I have a good joke for you.
I'm gonna let you guys joke off and leave my kids.
Your kids are going flying down the
The
hill.
fact of the matter is, my dad told this joke the other day, and it was like, I put a map up on the wall, and I gave my wife a dart. And I told her, throw the dart, and wherever you hit, we'll go there for a week. So she turns around and throws the dart. I guess I'm spending the week behind the couch.
It's alright.
It's okay.
It's like me going, what did Mama Cass name her
funny in the
baby?
moment.
Well, because he paused for suspense,
Damn,
so
I
somebody's
got
like, "Oh, well,
fucking-
where'd you
Nah, I
end
just
up
got
going?"
So, Devin,
It was funny.
what did Mama Cass name her baby?
They, them.
Jack. Jack Cass? Not getting it, are you?
No.
Jackass.
We played that
It's
word
alright.
game. What was
Put it
it?
in the fucking holster.
Incoherent.
Incoherent.
How's
Have
that
you played
incoherent, bro?
No.
Mama
Have you-
Cass had a baby.
Have you played Incoherent?
No.
Oh,
I've
there's a
not.
spider
Have
on
you
me.
played Room
There was
40s?
one on me before too.
No, what's that?
Room for these nuts?
Ding dong.
I was hoping to get
That was
Frankie,
good.
but he was
Oh,
out of
you,
the
oh,
air.
you had me immediately from Jump Street.
So,
Alright, so we're done
You
with the
guys
joke.
watch Stranger Things, right? Have you seen it, Frankie?
no.
Do you remember the Mind Goblins?
Yes. I saw that was season 3, right?
The Mind Goblins.
Yeah.
You fucking know all the deep nuts, bro. No fun.
You know. Season 3, right? I see. That's what I do. That's crowd work. That's what you call crowd work, people. So what you do is you let them come to you, and then you're like, "Hey, look, I'm better," and then that's what you do. So not better than him. That was a good joke. But I know all the D's nuts
Landing
jokes.
on my shoe.
So, how do you guys feel about man buns and skinny jeans and compression pants on men?
I mean, you can wear whatever the fuck you want, but I also reserve the right to make fun of you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like if you really need compression pants to suck your nuts in, so it looks like you have something.
So I
Damn, I just sound like I was from
think
Yonkers.
everybody's allowed to do whatever they want, right? That's the idea of freedom.
Yeah.
But you're
It's
not
also free to
free
make fun of you,
opinion
dude.
on you.
It's free to be like, yo, that's gay as fuck, dude.
Yeah, like, I mean, to be honest, like, I
I
work
seen
in
a guy the
construction.
other
I
day
just
at the
feel
bus
like-
stop wearing like these Birds of Paradise compression pants, man. And it was like
He's wearing
what
like Lululemon.
yeah.
The fuck's going on in
It
this
was
country?
like what was going on, and it, like he had a normal like popped collar shirt on.
Wait, so he was a preppy fucking hipster, fucking slash woman,
Yeah,
or whatever
it was
was going on?
weird.
Yeah, that's white. That's
And
wild.
like nothing for nothing, the amount of money that they spend on these compression pants, and they're just fucking
Just to look
leggings.
like their dicks
they're
man
just they're leggings.
gay,
Okay.
gay. Anyway,
I mean,
sorry.
how do you also feel about the bigger the beard, the wussier the man?
I have a big beard. Keep it right about here.
You know what I mean? Like if a guy's got a really big beard, you know,
You go tell that to a Hell's Angel. Let me
depends.
know how that happens.
it
You know?
depends on how's it
It
look like.
depends on
But
if they're beard fishing or not.
if they're
Facts.
if it's straight and groomed and this, that, and the third, what impression do you get?
I think it's situational.
Yeah, you can't.
Also,
Yeah,
some
and-
guys are growing a beard as a fashion statement. Some guys like having a beard. I mean, some guys are actually fucking lumberjacks with a beard. While
Some
guys
guys
have a fucking
need a
Harley
beard.
Davidson and
Yeah.
fucking motorcycle
Some
beard.
guys don't have a choice.
Yeah, some guys really need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely had those moments before.
Stop,
It's
like
stop
me wearing-
beard fishing. Either fucking wear the beard or
it's-
don't.
As far as like how it's kept, like how a guy's beard is kept can say a lot about him.
I look like I work on cars.
Like
That's
not
why my
the
beard is
length
the
of
way
the
it is.
beard.
Like,
I work
whether
on
it's groomed
cars.
properly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
what
that's
they
fair
like
enough,
comb it
because beards
out.
are kind of dirty
Yeah.
inherently.
Yeah, because it just keeps all that shit in here.
Yeah,
but
so
then
if
you got to
don't-
use
if you
beard
don't
wash
keep
and
up on a
everything.
beard, you might, you're walking around with like crumbs and fucking.
Yo, bro,
It's
if I
Peter
let
Griffin
this,
when he
Yeah,
had
like,
the-
I have a
in the
friend-
episode of Family Guy, he had the bird nest.
Yeah.
Her
Right,
husband
right.
has a
Right.
long
Right.
beard,
Yeah.
and
It's
he
just like
like
car keys.
doesn't trim
It's
it,
the
doesn't
best.
take care of it, nothing. Like it's like doubly as long on this side and then like curled in on this side. Like he does nothing
So he
with
looks like
it.
Gandalf. So like, what the fuck's going on?
And that's your mess.
Oh, mine?
No, not you. My friend Kristen, her husband.
See, I use beard oil, but I don't use it all the time because it starts making me itchy, and then wash my beard.
In beard oil.
He's got like the mutton chop. Oh, it's just.
Me? Oh, I was like, I don't want chops. Actual chops.
You got chops?
Chops.
Can
Chops
you rock?
city, dude.
Can you rock it without a beard?
Hell yeah. I'll just look like I'm like 12.
So you're a beard
I'll
man.
reverse.
Some people just look
age,
more
dude.
baby face sometimes, and some people honestly do just it's better.
I used to have a chin strap, just a chin strap. Very thin,
Yeah.
look like a fucking Guido. How you doing? But I'm not, because I'm Cuban and Macedonian. So I tried it out for a long time, so this isn't for me. Then one day this happened, so that's pretty cool. Left it rock. Here we are.
I mean, I saw a meme one time where it was like, it was talking about the beard fishing thing.
Yeah.
And it's like dude with a beard, and like, you know, he looks like fucking lumberjack or some shit.
Yeah.
And then it shows him without the beard, and he's got like no chin, and he's got like the.
Oh, he's got like a cleft palate.
I'm like,
It's like,
yeah,
what's going
it's
on
true,
here,
but at
dude?
the same time, if he never shaves that beard, perception is reality.
Yeah.
So like.
But imagine his wedding day when his wife's
It's
like, make
just-
sure you shave your beard, and then he
He's
shaves. He
fixing
looks
his
like
own
he's like
appearance
fucking.
by using his
His
face.
chin's like sucked in. He looks like a UFO. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Caterpillar. God damn.
Because you're sitting
Look
next
at
to
the
me.
look. There it is.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
flying around here.
The egret.
Yo, that and then the turkey walking down the
That's
street
cool.
earlier was really fucking cool.
We heard turkeys last night and coyotes. Yo, we camped out in my yard this whole weekend. We did.
Sick,
It
dude.
was fucking dope. We had a great time.
Yeah, I came home
It
to
was
Eileen
nice.
with a new mower, and I'm like, the fuck,
Yo, those zero turns fuck hard.
dude. She was fucking flying.
Those things are awesome.
She was just like, "Meow. I haven't
learned
done
real
this in
quick,
like
though,
10
you
years.
can't-
Meow." I'm like, yo,
You
you're
can't
doing
turn
it.
those too hard. Like
Because it ripped the grass.
I made a couple shreds in my yard with it.
Yeah, you gotta learn the technique.
You gotta go. Well,
Well, did you
You
adjust
zero
it? Did
turn,
you have
you
to
can't-
adjust the handles for
you
you
can't do
too?
it fast.
Yeah, because I
Can't do
adjusted the
fast
handles
because
with her for her because she couldn't reach all the way out or pull all the way back, so I moved them in. But then I was like, well, if Andy gets on it, then he's got to adjust the handles. I think. Were you just like bench pressing it the whole time?
What?
Like, was it so close to your chest? Because I had to move it
it's
really
alright.
close. It was good. It's fucked up. It's awesome. Perfect. Because when she got on it, she had to lean forward to move the mower. I'm like, we got to adjust the handles. So then we adjusted the handles, and she's like, this is perfect. And then she just started rocket shipping around the
I'll
yard,
tell you
and
right
I
now,
was
that
like,
thing
holy
is
fuck.
10 times faster than like
Oh,
like
yeah.
my
traditional
mower.
mower?
I have to, come out into the road and back. This thing just turn right around.
Meow. Just gone. Yeah, she
Why
just
is
took
it
all. It was the
zero
funny. She looked like
She mowed most of my lawn in less than a fucking hour.
she looked like Elroy Jetson. In the opening of the Jetsons. She was just with me, George Jetson. She's flying away. I was like, all right, bye. I literally.
Mine's completely shitted out. I'm buying one of those.
It's fuck, and she pulled a fucking switcheroo, and I love her for it. I don't know if we should talk about it, but she did a good job.
Oh man. So
She's a smooth criminal.
We talked about that. now, are you ready to talk about your children?
Oh God. I just
Wait, where'd they go?
sure. Let's talk about my children.
What is your views on gentle parenting?
So originally I started out as a gentle parent,
Let me cover my mic.
and now I am a mixture between the two. I'm kind of a helicopter parent in a way, but then I'm also like, okay, they'll survive. Leave them be. Let them figure it out on their own. Frankie had a damn near heart attack yesterday.
I thought this kid was gonna go flying into the creek.
Ethan has really good balance and composure.
Okay.
So when he stands on the disc on the saucer, like he knows how to contort his body and move his muscles and whatever in order to move with the swing. So he stands up on the swing, and granted, Ethan's 3 years old, so like you kind of freak out. But like he's got it. He's doing tricks. He's like flipping sideways. And then he falls, and Frankie's like, oh my God! And I was like, he's fine. You'll fall safely. He's good.
No, he was doing absolutely amazing. I just couldn't believe how this kid was doing what he was doing. He went from laying down to standing up, so it's a flat disc. The disc is now vertical. And I'm going, oh fuck, because he's still going really high. And I'm like, Eileen, the kid, she's like, he's fine. And I'm like, no.
You have to let them do stupid
But
things.
you said exactly.
supervised.
You
They
said,
gotta learn.
I was
You
like, he
said
breaks,
that.
we fix them, and it's fine.
Yeah,
like,
you said the same thing. Yes. So she feels like I feel because she says if it was somebody else's kid, she'd be nervous.
Yeah, if it was someone
So-
else's kid, I'd be having the same type of heart attack.
I was
But
having
because I
a
know my
minor,
children's
like, stroke.
limits
I
and I
was like,
know
holy fuck, this kid.
what they can do at this point.
I was waiting for him to be
in
like,
time,
"Let
I'm
her
just
fly
like,
into a
let her
tree
go.
somewhere."
And
Like-
she sails down the hill in my yard, standing in it, and
Yeah.
rips
Wait,
shit out of
what?
my garden.
Surfboarding down
She's
the hill.
wild, but
She's got a
She
wild
drove
child.
a car down a hill.
A cart.
and I have a
Oh,
whiny
cart.
child, and I don't know. My son, I don't know yet, and my oldest is me and a mini.
My kids, they're like 12 months old. They were both early walkers or early crawlers. They never really finger ate or anything like that. I gave them all like bigger stuff. And Debbie would come over and she'd see them on this stupid rocket ship. And going down my shitty, like, really fucked up paved driveway on an incline down the hill in diapers. She's like, yep,
They do
that
it
was
all the
us.
time right here.
That was us.
That was us.
That was us.
That's what we
So,
did.
yeah, it's just, you know what, I'm so used
I
to today's
remember
standards.
being in a diaper running up and down my grandpa's driveway
Yep.
playing in puddles.
Yo, you want to hear something funny?
Half the
Diapers
time in the
dragging
summer,
on the
we had
ground
the
and
girls
shit.
in the pool and like their underpants on the deck, like chilling in water.
Yup.
So when I was a kid, my grandfather used to send me down to get the mail. I had a 1/4 mile long dirt driveway. I used to ride my bike. I was probably Theo's age, doing my shit, you know. Nobody bothered me. But in the winter, it used to suck. The driveway used to turn to a sheet of ice. So one day, Grandpa goes, "Can you go get the mail?" "Yeah, no problem. I got it, Pop." Get on the bike. I slide this way onto a complete brand new, like, when you get in that really slippery ice, and my legs get stuck between the frame of the bike. And I laid there for, I don't know, an hour screaming at the top of my lungs. Even the neighbor drove by, didn't even see me laying there. So then my stepdad, before he was my stepdad, comes sprinting out full charge, and I go, "No!" And he just fucking eats shit. Boom! Falls on his ass, comes sliding right into me, knocks me into the woods even further. It got me untangled, but then I had frostbite, which sucked. Almost had to get my foot amputated. It was not a good time.
How do you feel about gentle parenting?
Gentle parenting, as Gabby knows, I'm more on the gentle parenting side, but I have my limits. Like, my son, I sometimes call myself a pushover mom. He is very spoiled, and I know that. He's an only child. He, like, has and does a lot more than most kids. But he knows my limits, and he, like, while in certain things he's a wuss.
How old is he?
4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
He cries and he's sensitive, but when it comes to like respect or like picking up after himself, like the difference with my kid, like I have a sand table in my living room, like, and it's fine. He doesn't throw it around the house.
I
It
have
doesn't.
ADHD children, and they are literally all
But
over
he's
the
he's different. Like,
She'd come home and go,
I'm a gentle parent, but like I don't have an opinion either way, if that makes sense. Like, I am like all for
Yeah, you're fine.
He's played like
disciplining if
we
need
went to a
be.
birthday party and it was like raining and like the whole driveway filled with mud and like all the kids were just swimming in the mud in their bathing suits and like you have a good time. Like, but
That
then
is
sometimes
cool.
if I know I'm like I need to go to the store or something, like, stop, no, don't get dirty right now. Like, there's a time and a place for everything.
so he understands that.
Yes,
Which is a
like,
good
he
quality.
knows
to have.
my limits.
He
like,
listens. That's what that
yes.
is.
Yeah.
And you
To
know
an
what?
extent. He's in a phase right now. He throws a lot of temper tantrums
It's
right
hard.
now.
I
It's
had
hard
to
with
yell
two
at him
kids.
recently.
Yeah, Gabby has had to put him in check a few times.
It's hard with 2 kids, right? Especially for her.
I scare him more.
I've been
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
Gabby's kids in check.
Yeah, she scares my kids more.
Yeah,
I
they
scare
need that
Carter
outside
more.
influence.
Why are we scaring the children?
We're not
You gotta
scared.
make
we're
them
just
More
Yeah.
assertive. Like, my kids don't
Yeah.
listen because they're used to me.
Like,
you know,
Carter
I
will
pulled
yell
them in
at
the
me.
front of the house the other day when I pulled up, and then they like stood there and was like, "Oh, hey," and I'm like, "You're not supposed to be out fucking front.
Like,
What
Carter,
are you doing? If someone pulls in the driveway, you go inside because you don't know who they are."
Yeah.
I yell at your kids too.
My kids
What are you
have
doing?
the same
Who told
thing.
you?
I don't even yell at
You,
her
you
kids.
know
Her
what I
kids
mean?
yell
Like,
at
yes,
me.
you know me,
But,
but
like,
you were
for-
coming in. You should have stayed on your path.
For an example, like, Carter will be like throwing temperature and like he'll talk back to me, and like my response is like, Carter, please don't talk to me like that. And Gabby's like, don't talk to your mother like that. Like, it's like just a different.
He
But
gets both sides of
sometimes
the
he needs
spectrum.
that. Like,
sometimes it just takes it too far.
yeah.
He'll like argue with her. But mommy, I'd be like, your mom said no.
And that's where my pushover mom comes in, because like,
See, I don't get to a pushover point. I get to
Chaos.
a rage point.
With the chaos.
That's
all
what
the
I
time.
mean. Like,
Well,
I get to the
all
point
right.
where you just
It's
ask
like
me
playing
so many
pinball
times.
24/7, dude.
so maybe that, like, when he was a baby, I had a lot of like postpartum depression and like rage, and maybe that's why I tend to lean, not even on purpose, but like I tend to lean on the gentler side, because like at one point, like, I was so just like angry, and I was like, I cannot be like this with him. Like,
No, I
it
get
was
that. There's
it was-
times I have to put myself in check when I'm
Yeah.
going through shit, and they're
kid shit.
I can't hear that.
It's a balance.
This is my buddy
Yeah.
Joe
Joey
Calamari.
Calamari.
And I think everybody
time I
has
saw
their
him,
own
he,
limits, like for parenting.
I don't talk about it.
Joe, you're on the pod now. How you
Even
doing?
you're a dog mom. You have your limit, right?
Yeah,
He's always had a square
I
head.
do let that dog
I
get
just
away
love
with
his
a lot,
pranks.
but
Oh,
you've
I
seen
love
me
him.
reprimand her,
Yeah.
and there's certain things that I just won't tolerate in a dog, and it's not cruel. It's to
Where
correct
is
her
my dog?
and
Did my dog go inside of us?
to make sure that
Yeah, I think
she
he did.
has the
He's inside.
proper skills to succeed.
Yeah, like I want my
Yeah.
kids to be independent. Like they scrape their plates. Some people are like, "Wow, your kids are 4 and 5 years old and they scrape their dinner plate and put it
My
in the
kids
sink."
will push their limits to the fucking point. My
You'll say
rooms
no,
are
and
trash.
they do.
But like in the same sense, like I'll be like, "Ava, put your shoes on and go outside," and I'll find her barefoot out in the yard, no shoes in sight. Like,
Speak up.
No, so I think what the problem is, a modernized, like modern Western culture is we've gotten a little more away from the natural order of things. So if you go around the world to any third world country, right, you have a mother and a father, and they each serve their roles. The mother is the nurturer, the father is the disciplinarian.
Or like a
And they each
masculine
provide something that
feminine.
the child needs. The mother is more nurturing because she teaches them how to be
A happy soul.
Gentler and express
gentler,
their emotions.
and
He's
the
the Irish
father
one.
is more like
Set your
My-
ways. This is how you
he's
should
there to
act.
teach you how to deal with the world,
Yeah.
right? So like I saw like some video the other day, and like this kid was about to go stick like a fork in a socket, and the mother's like, no, and he goes, hold on. He goes, hold on. Let this happen, right?
Yeah.
This happened with Teddy.
Because he's there to teach you. In nature, the father's there to teach you
You're gonna
how to
fuck
be a
up, kid.
man, right? How to look for the dangers of the world. Well, for a boy, and then for a girl, how to watch out for the dangers of other men and other whatever, right?
Exactly.
And then the mother teaches you how to be like emotionally. And then like she's the nurturer, he's the disciplinarian.
I feel like it's the opposite for a girl. The mom's more disciplined and the father's more nurturing.
That is
Well,
opposite.
because right,
Gender.
I'm trying to teach my son how to be a man, but I can't teach my daughter how to be a woman.
Because
Right?
I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
Her mother has to teach her how to be a woman.
Yeah.
So,
So
But-
it does make sense.
And I feel like I am harder on my girls. I don't know with my son yet. He's a baby, but like I definitely feel like I nurture him now. He's a year. I mean, I'll tell him no to the obvious things, but I feel like his dad's
Because
more
it-
strict.
yeah, because it's in
Well,
our nature.
That's kind of like how my husband and I are. Like he said the other day, like you can be the gentle parent because I'm not the gentle parent.
Yeah,
like,
and you guys have that
and
good
he's- dynamic. And where he's also like, as I'm much more of a helicopter parent. Like it's 7:30, he's got to be getting ready for bed. Like it's a Saturday night. Like stay up. Like he's more like strict and on top of him, whereas like I'm more laid back. But at the same time, like he like does not like. Carter acts up and he's done immediately. Like that's it, timeout. Whereas I'm more like caring and nurturing when he's.
Why are we doing this?
Well, so my buddy
I
told
have a
me
warning system.
my buddy told me something good. His father, and he has a great relationship with his father. He loves his dad. They're like bros now that he's an adult. But he said when he was a kid one time, he was like yelling at me. He was like, "Listen, I'm not your fucking friend." He was like, "I might be your friend one day, but I'm here to teach you how to grow up and be a man." And now he's best buds with his dad.
It's so true. My dad says that all the time.
that's
My
a good
dad
father to a
raised
son.
me and my brothers
Wait, can I
for
ask a
most of my
question when you're done?
childhood. So he was both roles.
So how many people here grew up with a father?
I grew up with a father figure.
So, in the absence of a father, if you even look at
Absent for a
statistics,
couple years.
for
All right, so we all kind of been through some shit.
so if you look at men and women both miss something when they don't have a father in the household.
Facts. Because
However-
the women can only do what.
However, it can be replaced by a father figure.
Okay, so who was your father figure?
My grandfather.
Mine too. All right, Eileen, who was your father figure? Charlie.
My grandpa Charlie.
All right, Devin.
I had a dad.
Well,
Okay.
her dad.
I had
Uncle
my
Bill.
dad.
You have that.
I probably my stepdad Ralph.
Okay, so you still. So yeah, I introduced. So
Later in her life, though.
they were.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, so they were already in her life.
No, later
Probably,
on.
like,
That's what happened to
13,
me.
14 years old.
So that happened to me. So the funniest thing is, sorry, I don't want to be high. Like what? My
You like your
grandfather
stories.
used to bring my grandfather used to bring his truck to the shop that my dad works at currently. And I used to go into the snack shop, and the guy that used to work on my grandpa's truck used to come and buy me something to eat, buy me, like, you know, a soda, something like that. It was cool. That guy turned out to be my stepdad. So, me and my mother coming home from Party City one day, get my Halloween costume, having a grand old time. I fall asleep in the car. Every time I fall asleep in the car with my mom, she crashes into somebody. So she crashed into a Ford Bronco like O.J. Simpson's, and then who was the guy that was operating the tow truck? My stepdad.
Right.
So then I introduced my stepdad and my mom when I was like 8 years old. And worked out pretty fucking cool. Are we done?
No, he died.
Oh.
I'm still recording.
Oh, alright. I was like,
don't know how much we
I thought you just like home run, walked off home run on me. I was like, alright, we're done here, I guess.
Oh, the two actual. We're just fucking, it's just us.
Fucking walk off home run. Oh, yeah, alright. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I introduced my mom, my dad. What just happened? You just lost your
I've had an ant in my shirt for
That
a
is
while.
kind of cool.
Got ants in your pants?
She was just waiting for it to exit.
Stage right ant.
He was lost in there for a bit.
Now he is.
Whole shit.
Oh, the story sounded really cool.
It was really cool until that happened. Yeah, I tried my best.
It was actually his fatal
Yeah,
maneuver.
now I just fucking kamikaze myself on fire. Fucking World War II.
Kenny!
Actually, I drive the plane into your
Why are you doing
face.
an Asian voice?
Oh, pretty much
Such a
so.
good Asian.
How you doing?
You have
I need to have him do that to Kato
Huh?
one day.
What?
And I'll have Kato rate his.
whatever last night.
What, you were doing Asian voice last night?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh, I do.
Oh, pretty much. Bwong.
The game.
Yeah, the game. Incoherent is what the game was called.
I just lost the game.
Okay.
She keeps doing it, but it's not.
No, she had a game on the thing.
No,
Yeah,
no,
the
but I just
game.
lost the game.
Yeah, she
Look
lost
at-
the game too.
The game.
Game.
My game?
Now you
She
know.
lost the game.
I
You know
won.
that.
Hey, what's up, bud?
If you know, you know.
What's up, bud?
Alright,
Turn
it's
it
a
all
men's
the way
game. How about that?
Nah, it's
Oh.
not a game.
You guys know about the
everybody
game?
game.
What's the game?
My bad.
You know what else is cool?
Yeah.
Watch this. Bing bong! Let's go! I
You know how
got
much I hate that? You know how much I have to correct that even still? The game, there's like gibberish on one side that somebody has to look at. I do. And that person, I'm like, no, come out to the front. You're the dick in the middle now. You lay on the ground and look
somebody a pound
ridiculous.
and you do the undersswoop.
Yeah.
You give them the undersswoop.
the one
Like,
I have.
whoa, they get all pissed off. You're like, suck it. Good old days, dude. Can't do that no more. Get in trouble.
You know, somebody said
Racist.
the other day at work, somebody farted. And somebody goes, yo, doorknob.
Holy fuck.
And I was like, no fucking way, dude. I haven't heard that in fucking 20 years.
Doorknob? Yo, I haven't heard that forever, dude.
We used to do that, me and Mercedes.
Doorknob.
We would.
You're like, yeah. Just trying to get to a doorknob as fast as possible. That was gonna piss me. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just
She's
laughing at
thinking
doorknob.
Is that the cat? I can't see. I don't have regular glasses. Paul, come be on your podcast debut, bro.
Carl.
He's probably gonna come back and be like fucking sitting dead center.
Carl's probably over there killing and eating things. Or visiting
We
with
found a
neighbors.
dead
Come up
mouse
with the
in your
other night.
yard.
Chipmunk.
Smushed.
He got another chipmunk the other night. I had to grab him.
He grabbed him, put him inside. He ran out the door. He comes outside, and the chipmunk's sitting there, and it's like running to me. It's sitting under my legs on the step, and Carl's trying to get it at him, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I don't have the gloves on. This thing's gonna bite me. So I got up, and Carl gets him, and I'm like, Carl, no! So I threw something at him. He let it go. Then we were outside your door, and I was wrestling with him on the wall. The thing kept poking its head in and out of the hole on the wall, and I'm
trying to
like,
get away.
bro.
Carl was like, I got you, dude.
Got you.
All right, next topic. Gardening, which I don't know.
Oh, we're doing gardening?
Yeah,
Is that
so
where we're
Three
at?
topics to me.
yeah,
We're
at gardening.
I feel like gardening's a whole pot on its own. Me and you have to get our little aprons on and like actually go through.
All right, so we can skip that. Can we talk books? Cause you two are reading, right?
Yeah.
So this is Yelling into the Void Book Club.
That's
Like
boom
plastic,
boom
dude.
boom.
Bum bum bum. So I'm actually currently reading. Let's see, Court of Blood and Binding. It's actually pretty good so far.
What just happened?
Is it like a adult fantasy book?
It is. It's smut and it's
It's like it's a woman's pornography basically.
It isn't
Seems about right.
a fantasy romance novel, so
Well,
it has
binding.
multiple books. What are you currently reading?
Who's the author?
I have to finish the book in my series. I don't even remember the name of the series. Each book is like usually their names, like Josh and Alyssa, Sarah and Dean.
Oh, okay.
Just like what that would be.
But they're all connected. Like it's like books and books and books. There's so many, and like I'm only halfway through it, and I've read like 7 books. But it starts with like one circle of friends and like all their love lives, and then like they all get married and have kids, and then you see the next generation. But it is also smut. It's a billionaire like fantasy type thing,
Right?
But it's got a good storyline. Like there's suspense in it. Like people get killed and like murdered, and like it's like crazy because
Like a
they're
bad
like in
hotel
like one of
fucking
them is like a
rape.
mob king, and one of them is like
So
does
many
like
rabbit
black
holes
market
beyond rabbit
shit.
holes.
Like
Yeah.
It's like one of those
It's-
books where you fast forward, then you find like a spot and you go back and it tells you, you know, there's like different directions you can go with the book, like Goosebumps or whatever it was.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm talking about, right?
but no.
It's just a very in-depth
You know what I'm talking-
storyline.
It's just an in-depth storyline.
yeah,
Oh,
like
it's one of those
each
books where you
like
like-
it doesn't.
It's like a
hop
slice
back and
of
forth.
life.
Like for an example, like out of the 7 books I've read one scene from like 6 different points of view, and each book, I'll say that also,
Eagle
every
Eye.
chapter it switches back and forth from the boys to the girls' point of view.
Yes.
So you get the girl's point of view, the guy's point of view, the best friend's point of view, the brother-in-law's point of view, like as you're reading them, and like some of them aren't until like 3 books down that you go back to that scene, because now you're reading their life story, and any scenes that they're in together you see from another side.
Yes.
Which I love.
I read the book of questions written by Andy.
Written by
I just
Andy.
currently read what
not
I
written yet.
scroll because I was
really got
never
it 'cause I
great
keep
at
forgetting
reading
the
books.
questions.
I can't.
Now, what are you reading?
Me?
Can you keep a secret?
Oh.
Podcast. It's hard to keep a secret if you're on a podcast, dude.
No, it's
If you want to tell the internet, I wouldn't do it right now.
That's a James Patterson, correct?
That's kind of like the point of
it's
the
not.
pod.
And to be honest, right now, I forget the author, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But she, I remember it's a woman, but it's basically this like woman who lives in like a nice suburban neighborhood, and this woman moves next door, and like basically a bunch of sketchy shit starts happening, and someone starts texting her phone from like a blacklist number, and she had cheated on her husband, and they had pictures and all kinds of stuff, and at the end of the book it ends up being that her best friend in the neighborhood was framing her for something she had done like years back. So I'm currently trying to figure out which book I want to read next. Devin's and DJ's grandma keeps giving me new books, so I have about 12 James Patterson books to pick from right
I
now.
read a James Patterson book when I was in jail, but I don't remember which one it was.
He writes so many.
I have
I got put in key
Side
box, I had no
note,
choice but
the
to
series,
fucking read
it's the Merge series.
The
For
Merge
anybody
series.
that wants to look it up, it's the Merge series, and it starts with Zach and Alyssa.
There we go. The book I'm reading is written by, let's see, Leslie Marshall.
Sounds like a book that Leslie would write.
Right?
Sure.
So that's...
Fire
You're
Leslie.
I want to say
reading-
mine
you're
is like
kinda reading
Kylie Kent.
Cinematic women drama porno.
Yeah, what are we reading, Frankie?
Yeah,
question.
Kylie Kent.
I'm reading Battles and Beers.
Thousand Beers is kind of cool.
So it's basically it's
I just
not.
watch podcasts.
I don't read novels. I don't like made
You know
up
what my
stories.
problem
I
is
like
with
real
reading? I
stories.
can't take
Yes.
shit.
So Battles and Beers, this guy actually has a compilation. He has an Instagram page too, where you see war videos and whatnot. And then from the videos, he actually interviews soldiers, and he has no like affiliation, like everybody's I stand with Ukraine, Palestine, whatever. He has firsthand accounts from people on both sides of that conflict.
That's fucking cool.
He has all the way back to like World War I. He takes firsthand account interviews with soldiers fighting in
In battle.
in any and it's
That's the shit.
he literally he's got interviews from Taliban fighters, Mujahideen, like
I'm very happy
American
that I've
soldiers,
met Andy
Marines.
because he understands the dialogue that my life lives is mostly World War II noises in my head all the time. So I just sit there, and when we have conversations about this shit, it means so much because it's fun. I was never a big history buff, but then when one day me and him met, we started talking history. I became a history buff. Now I'm watching, like, my whole algorithm is like fighter pilots and fucking all kinds of like nuclear shit. I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
They actually posted a cool thing recently on Instagram. It was like, would you, now that GWAT is over, would you be willing to sit down like an American service member?
Yeah.
And talk with, like basically do an interview with a Taliban fighter.
Fucking
and both of you present and talk about what you did and whatever.
Yeah.
And then it was like asking the opinions, and it was kind of neat to hear.
That is pretty cool. And that's more recent history, which is even cooler because a lot of people don't realize the amount of historical content that we've had in the last like 20 years.
A lot of people don't know we've been fighting a war for.
Nobody knows that we've been fighting a war against China forever. It was a Cold War, now it's a hot war.
Actually, that's funny after the books because I read a few months ago a book that kind of discussed like this guy going to war. He was basically like writing letters back home to like a woman he loved, and it talked about how like he had met people in the fields there that were like these wonderful people that wanted to help him, and how he realized that like they were both like given this message to go fight for their country and handed a gun, and like it's the same on both sides. Like for their people, they just want to defend their country and their beliefs. So
it's incredible. It's incredible.
I'm sure that was a good read.
It was a very good read.
All right.
I'm a podcast guy.
You're a podcast guy. We know that.
I'm an audio learner.
All I do is watch podcasts.
Or I like to read short articles. I could never, even in school, I can't retain. Like I can't. I'll read a couple pages and I'll have to go back and read it again, and then I'll have to read it again, and like it doesn't stick.
That like things that I'm not into. That's how I am. Like I have ADHD, and like I can read a whole page and then realize like I was reading it, but I wasn't retaining it, and have to go back and read the whole thing over again. Unless like, because when I get really into it, like it's like a movie that plays in your head.
See, I don't have the visual. I can't close my eyes and picture.
I do with some things. I have to be really into it.
I can come up with like wild ideas, but I can't.
See
it in my
female
brain.
sex books.
That's why I like Battles and Beers, because it's only a page or two of a specific person's POV of what happened, and because I can relate to it, I can visualize what they're talking about.
Yes.
I didn't even watch movies, but I know I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Good guy. Kind of magical.
All right, what's our next topic?
Our next topic would be, we have fishing, outdoor and survival, and we have therapy, family complex issues.
I'm gonna take fishing for 500 there, Devin.
All right. Oh, you know what we should all do?
Oh, goodness.
We are going to play a lightning round. All right.
Babe, I'll let you do the honors. Pick a number.
7. We have to guess her battery percentage, and it's usually really low.
On, wait,
Yeah.
Hold on.
28.
28.
No, not even close.
Okay. What do you have?
11.
11.
13.
I'm gonna say 20.
I
Okay.
don't give her that much credit.
I'm gonna say 4%.
Damn it.
What time is
Fucking
it?
Right.
It is 3:16.
We have
I'd say like
Austin,
closer to
316,
19.
so that just
Wait, can
whipped
I
your
change
ass.
mine quick?
What?
I'm gonna go with 7.
You want 7? You had 28. You had 13, 11,
20.
20.
You had 20?
19.
Oh, what 13? Oh,
No,
you changed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kids and doggies.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead, babe. Make the big reveal. What is it?
21.
Get the fuck out of here.
21%. Erica, first time podcaster, has won the lightning round.
Wow.
Hi, baby.
That's pretty impressive.
Right?
Especially like you don't really know her.
Right?
You know?
I just read the vibe, you know?
The amount,
I
the
was
amount
telling
of
you
times I've seen her
20%.
ever plug her phone in or go, "Where's my charger?" is slim to none. Hi, Moose. Are you now the honorary guest?
He is. Lay down all the way.
Dude.
All the way. Thank you. So, we did that.
Alright. That's cool.
So she wanted fishing. Are you guys fishermen? Do you fish? I know you're all into guns. You have?
Not big into fishing.
No, not at all.
I enjoy fishing, but I'm not like into fishing. Like I don't go to catch certain fish.
So
and,
like when we go kayaking,
I
you
like
wouldn't
to
fish.
just Oh, I would. I totally would. I'd love to sit there with a pole in my hand. But it's like, I don't...
For me, it's one of those things where if I did and I have nothing going on, it's kind of like bowling. I know that, I know there's a bar there, so like I can drink beer while I do it. Like,
yeah, like I want I like the vibe of fishing. Let's say that.
Okay.
Like, I
I've
like
been
to
a
just
fisher
sit
girl
there
since
and,
I was
like,
a little
catch
girl.
something.
Hole in your hand and stuff.
Yeah, let's.
So you had a current person ask you about fishing. Are you into fishing?
I used to fish a lot, and then I stopped, having kids and shit. But I want to get back into it for them. Like, I want to teach them to fish.
Yes.
See, I recently got like back into it. Like last summer, like almost every 3 days, I was fishing somewhere because my son really likes it. And my dad, I grew up fishing with my dad. Like we went to all the fishing derbies and like the camping fishing. And it's something that he started with my son now. So, like, we do a lot of fishing, but it's not, like, my son does it for fun. Like, it's not, we don't, like, oh, we gotta catch all the big ones and this and that. Like,
he just enjoys
we catch a lot of sunnies.
It's quality time in numbers. That's all it is.
Yes, quality time. That's why I like fishing.
It's real.
so like when I was younger, I used to fish with my grandfather. My grandfather loved fish. He'd fly fish, regular fish, everything. He had his own boat. And I think I like to fish because I can hang out with Grandpa.
Yeah.
You know, like I've never like he's gone. I can't go fishing with him, so like I'm not like, oh man, I gotta go fishing this weekend. You know?
Yeah, but it is a nice reminder.
What do you think about
like I think
boat
it's one of those
people?
things you
But,
do.
like,
Boat people?
Boat people, dude. What do you think about boat people?
What do you mean?
What do you think about boat people?
Yeah, so like there's two different types of boat people. There's like salt life, and then there's like I'm going fishing, I'm gonna catch striper. Am I wrong?
I mean, there's a lot of different boat.
There is a lot of different. You can't.
That's a very.
That's a broad spectrum to be narrowing down.
Narrow it
I
down.
mean, there's
for
dudes who
people,
have a yacht that
guys
just have
that
like
to drive boats, salt life, and then you could just fishermen. There's your three.
I feel like there's.
It's funny because real fishermen never have
Yeah.
a
What's
super
the
nice
fourth
boat.
and fifth
usually.
party?
Cause you have people who also just like to cruise, like they get the pontoon boats and they want to
Oh, you got party boat
party.
people. You're right.
Yeah, party boat people.
You get what I'm saying? You got people who not only get the it's not exactly a party boat, but they have the pontoon boat and they have the jet skis. They want a jet ski.
That's how Shove Guy's girl got completely fucked up, broke like every vertebrae in her back, which is Andy's fucking barber, by the way. Yeah, she was on a jet ski and fucking lost it. She sent herself flying, fucking broke like 4 vertebrae in her back.
Who?
Amanda.
Move. Come here. Down. Lay down.
Yeah, Amanda went flying.
Pop that hip. Pop that hip.
Boatman stays with the.
So,
Gabby hurt herself in my garden.
I did.
how'd you manage that?
I've been
How'd you
hurting.
hurt yourself,
Excited
Gar?
ripping weeds out.
I mean, really.
She got real excited.
And then
Yeah,
she got
really
aggressive.
It was
Did you get that
deeper
reference,
rooted than
Frankie?
I thought.
Oh, well, yeah.
Boatman stays with the fucking boat.
Like it almost knocked her off her feet.
We're not the newest Rambo movie, but the one.
Something popped, and I
You got a boat guy like that.
I ain't been the same. Goodness. So, we're talking about outdoors. And we could talk about garden and survival.
Wait, hold on, Devin. What's the biggest fish you ever caught? I feel like you caught like a fucking huge ass fucking striper or something.
I have. I've caught a 39.5-inch striper. I don't know what it weighed. But, man, I have the picture of it. And, yeah, because it has to be, before they changed the rule, because they just changed the rule, it was 40 and over, and I think it was like 21 to 27 or something, or it was like 18, but it's bigger and less.
Yeah.
Now, the rules.
Change.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you know what? We all have a fish picture, right?
Fuck yeah. I have a picture
You don't
of
have
me
a
with a
fish
32-inch pike.
Yeah.
Are you not
Dude.
a fisher?
Not a.
My uncle brought me up. So
What?
I have
picture with a big fish.
But you have a picture with a fish.
Like holding up a sunny
you're
that I
like, look at
caught.
this sunny dude.
Oh, yeah, but I've also caught like a
Minnow.
26-inch rainbow trout.
That's sick.
I caught a
That's
pretty
a
big
huge
bass
fucking
up in.
trout.
Yeah, out of the reservoir.
What, road?
No, Lake Lanida.
Oh, yeah, you go up that way. See, I go down. So, when I was a kid, my great-grandmother used to live in a trailer in the Adirondacks, in the middle of nowhere. Like, literally the middle of
That's
nowhere.
where Spoon Lake is. We used to go up that way.
Yup. So
I've been there.
What lake?
she lived in.
Screwn. It's like an hour above Lake George.
It's an hour above Lake George,
Where I
and then
stayed with my teacher
Wait,
for
Lake
their
George?
vacation.
Wait, you have your.
They-
Hold on. We should revisit this. We need to
full story
revisit
on
this.
that.
We need a story of why you're on vacation with your teacher.
So,
Yeah, like what?
Was it Mr.
who went
Holt?
to FDR? No, it wasn't Mr. Holt. Who went to FDR?
I did.
FDR?
It was Miss Forte.
FDR where?
Shout out. You got
Hyde
them
Park.
fucking legs, right?
She,
FDR too.
her and my
Not
mom
the bad
knew
food,
each
bad
other
school.
for a long time, and when I moved to Hyde Park and moved in with my mom, they ran into each other, and I became her weekend nanny. Like, I would take care of the kids and cook meals and
Oh,
clean the
okay.
house. So it was cool, like, being in school with her, because she was known as, like, the very strict teacher. Like, she would make kids sit there. Like, one of her punishments would, like, they'd have to hold the chair upright for like 15 minutes standing against the wall. Like, she was but I went on vacation with them, and she
Wait, how'd that
had
come about? Like, how did you end up on vacation?
Frankie's
I was the
little
weekend
weird
nanny.
apple.
I was there to watch the kids.
So they just were like, you can come on vacation with
They
us?
had money. Like, they had money.
That's pretty cool.
And they were like, hey, we don't want to watch the kids the whole time. You want to come on vacation with us and hang out with the kids? And I was like, yeah.
So it's kinda like a
He's going
And it was
strong.
cool. And I actually ended up,
Going for that break.
how old was I? God. 16 or 17.
Oh, so it was late vacation. That's pretty cool.
Right?
That's like the best vacations you could have at that age. You ever
It
think
was
about that?
it was
Yeah.
awesome, and I ended up like one of the nights we were like playing Monopoly, and she like came in. She's like, "Listen, there's a wine glass on the counter and a bottle in the fridge. I am not serving it to you. I'm just letting you know it's there." Like, and I got to like drink with my teacher like on vacation
That's amazing.
at her lake house, like her big giant fucking log cabin with like
That'd be like
8
me and Eileen
bedrooms.
drinking with Mr. S. You fucking going hard.
And then when I was in her class,
Don't
side
do that.
note, when I was in her class, I ended up having
Yeah,
her.
Mr. S.
I think I wrote on a piece of paper
totally
maybe
would've
3
hit that.
times all year. She would pull a chair up to her desk, and like
Named his fucking
everybody
goal.
else would participate in the class, and me and her would just like sit there and talk. And,
Oh,
I did not care about
you didn't
that.
care about
It
the
was
giant
cool.
spot on his face?
I
that
loved
named
her.
Palmer?
It was just the way you wore those dress pants. Oh, you filled about nicely.
I didn't mean to do this to you, bro. My bad. Back in my day.
I think you can handle me talking about my teacher.
I was only there for 1 year.
I'm sure there's a teacher that you would have wanted to bang.
It's always nice to hear.
Who's your teacher?
Stick Mike. Power up.
We're almost done.
I didn't really have any hot teachers.
You didn't have any hot teachers?
Didn't have any hot teachers.
Shit, dude.
Do you have a hot teacher?
Had a couple art teachers.
No.
Can't remember the name. They were fucking.
I didn't have a hot teacher.
Art teachers are always.
I had a
Probably
really
just in a
cool
like,
teacher. My sign language teacher was really cool.
It was at the school I was working
Wait, was it
at.
a girl or a guy?
No, it was at the school I was
Oh,
working
wait.
at. But then it got weird because he knew my kid's dad, and it was,
I had. Do you remember?
Hey! Next Sunday, Frankie, do you want to go to church?
Nah.
They
No.
they got a gift shop, and if you get there early, you get free food.
Oh, I get the fucking. Oh, sweet, dude.
It's like a kumbaya church.
Kumbaya
yeah, they
church.
sing and shit.
Now
Yeah.
you're all playing me right now. So.
No, it's real.
What church is
What
it?
kind of snacks?
The Calvary.
Calvary.
Wait.
That's Canada.
No,
Calvary,
No, I've heard
Alberta,
of this
Canada.
church. I think I've
it's
gone
over
to
there.
this church. I've
It's
gone to
over.
it.
It's
We
over
went
on
for Christmas.
55.
Yeah, we went for. It's a nice church. It's a good denomination. It doesn't feel
My
like
man reloaded
church.
so many times.
They sing a lot. They bring up a lot of like
Gangster.
now time issues and stuff like that. I've brought the kids to that church before.
They serve
It's a
snacks,
nice, cute little church.
They
but they
do,
serve
they
snacks.
do.
I'm
It
talking
was
to this
just,
thing like really weird.
it was a
Whatever.
little strange. I have a bad
Yeah, it's
relationship
like
with church.
Scientology.
I have a really bad relationship with church, but I like to immerse them in new experiences. So Christmas Eve is one of the things that we normally go to church
I go for holidays with my kids
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's something that he wants to do.
Devin, do you go to church?
No,
Alright, me either.
I don't go to church. I'm not.
Andy, do you go to church? Nah.
Did you ever
He's
do
gonna start
church
for
duty
Christmas.
while in the service?
The only time I ever went to church and the service was in boot camp because on Sundays
You could sleep in the back, right,
you
in
could
the
either
chair.
go to church or you would have to stay in the bay. If you stayed in the bay, there were drill sergeants.
Yeah.
So I went to church.
Smart man.
My brother said
Carl.
because he was a
Carl, come to
Marine,
the
he
pod.
said that they did it
Damn it.
so that they could sleep in the back, and then they would do the chairs,
Probably.
you know, and that was the only time that he could get rest because they always did fire watch.
Yeah, we always.
Carl. Yeah, nah, he ain't coming. Sorry.
And they're
Carl,
like,
you better stay off
what?
the
Your
road,
fire
Carl.
watch was 48 hours.
Whacker coming down the road.
Yeah, well,
48
let's make
hours.
sure it doesn't hit Carl.
Fire watch is at night when people slept.
I'm gonna put a sign out there, cat crossing.
Yeah.
Am I right? That's
Always somebody on fire watch.
Yeah, but that I
Not 48 hours. Everybody's awake during the day.
Yeah, but you still have to carry on your
How
day.
many people would have to stay
Yes.
awake?
Well, it
Did
depends.
shift change?
In boot camp, there's always 2 guys on fire watch, and you basically had to just walk around the bay.
Well,
All
that's
right,
our last topic.
It was like kind of.
we're wrapping it up. I got we're about done here.
We did all topics.
Yeah, but I gotta restart if we're gonna record more because if not, it's too long.
No, I mean, we did all topics.
Pretty much.
So, do you want to keep going or no? We should do a Patreon. I'm telling you this.
I have a Patreon.
Set it
Why?
up, yeah.
Why don't you follow me?
You didn't tell me you got a Patreon until right now. So now
All right,
follow
so
you.
let's list all of the social media links that Devin has gone through all the trouble of setting up.
We have an Instagram, a Facebook page. We have a website, yellingintothevoid.com. Oh, yellingintothevoidpodcast.com.
And you can get merch on there, the pop buttons, and you have the other things that you're ordering and putting on there.
Right.
We should do garden seeds.
Should do garden
Did you see the
seeds.
sign at the beginning
Homegrown
of
and
the road?
DD's and Eileen's.
Oh, we could do seed paper.
Yes.
I could help
Yep.
with that.
With all the
There's a couple
wildflowers.
things
I have to
we
show
could
you all my
do.
little babies that are growing over there.
See?
Flowers sprouting.
Now we can wander the yard now that we're done. So this is Yelling Into the Void with Devin.
And Eileen. And all of our guests.
Our henchmen included.